Being a rich and famous celebrity is something that a lot of people dream about, and when you're being praised in the media for your great work and successful career, it can make you feel on top of the world. But like we know with everything in life, nothing lasts forever. And pretty soon those rave reviews and red carpet appearances turn into questions of, where are they now? And that's why today on BTS, I'm going to be giving you the scoop on the top 10 celebrities that we have totally forgotten about. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is MACKENZIESMITTH and I'm going to be hosting some videos on the channel, here and there from now on. So if you see more of me, that's why. And if you want to lurk me on Instagram, feel free. But before we get into this juicy list, make sure to like and subscribe below. Also check out our playlist up there of videos like this. Now let's get into the list. In at number 10, LACEY CHABERT. LACEY is very special to me because she helped make one of the greatest movies of all time, playing Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls. And I'm sorry if you disagree, but that movie is just so iconic, people still reference it to this day. As TikTok kids would say, it was a cultural reset. And even though LACEY started her acting career in the 1990s with Party of Five, she's best known for her roles in Not Another Teen Movie and Mean Girls that were made in the early 2000s. And after starring in Mean Girls, it seems like she's practically fallen off the radar. She's tried to get back into the biz a few times over the years and has had a lot of success with Hallmark movies. So even though she's not starring on the silver screen like she once was, she's still working in the industry. In at number 9, Michael Richards. Michael Richards starred in one of the most successful sitcoms of all time, Seinfeld, with his character Kramer still being memed on the internet to this day. But after Seinfeld, the whole cast experienced kind of a lull in their careers called the Seinfeld curse. But while the rest of the cast went on to star in other things, Richards didn't really. After the show, he went on to star in his own show called The Michael Richards Show. However, that ended up failing, with some thinking it was because he couldn't break out from the shackles of Seinfeld. Then there was an incident in 2006, and while he was performing at a comedy club, he ended up responding to some criticism by engaging in a racist rant. This caused tons of backlash, and since that event, any return to the industry has been a failure. Currently, it seems like he's laying low and not really working on any projects. In at number 8, FRANKIE MUNIZ. FRANKIE MUNIZ is a name that I definitely remember because I was a kid during his heyday, when he was starring in things like Malcolm in the Middle and Agent Cody Banks. Him and Amanda Bynes on screen were just like everything of the sort. And he was even so critically acclaimed in his role as Malcolm that he was actually nominated for an Emmy and 2 Golden Globe Awards for that role. But after being so well known as a child actor, it was difficult for him to get more work. He tried a number of things like writing and producing shows, as well as joining a band in 2012. But after those failed attempts, he's now finding success behind the scenes of the business, with him managing the band Astro Lasso, but he hasn't entirely fallen out of the industry, as he appeared on season 25 of Dancing with the Stars. In at number 7, Jesse McCartney. Jesse McCartney was 100% one of my first childhood crushes, but I mean, can you blame me? The guy was just so dreamy. Even though he had hits like Beautiful Soul that won over the hearts of millions, his later records, didn't hit as big, with his more mature records losing the appeal of the younger generation that he captivated. The singer delved into acting, but never really landed a leading role or a part that actually stuck, with him getting small roles in Army Wives in 2013 and a reoccurring role as Reed in Fear the Walking Dead. However, he has voice acted in a few animated films over the years. In at number 6, NIKKI BLONSKY. NIKKI BLONSKY made her breakout debut in the 2007 film adaptation of Hairspray, playing Tracy Turnblad. And her performance was so great that she was nominated for a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Golden Globe Award, and several Broadcast Film Critic Association awards. But trying to follow a role like that wasn't easy, with her being involved in several low-budget films after. However, she's still working, so her next big project could come knocking any day. Halfway through at number 5, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Sarah is another person who made a major splash in her career in her teen years, with her starring in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Cruel Intentions. And although she did have a successful career after the fact, as time went on her roles became fewer. But I don't think she's sweating it, because she's currently focused on her new company, Foodsters, which makes sustainable, fair trade, and organic baking products. Also, she's married to Freddie Prinze Jr. and has 2 kids, so I'm sure that's keeping her busy as well. And at number 4, Demi Moore. Demi Moore was the center of the media during her relationships with Bruce Willis and Ashton Kutcher. But through all the media turmoil that followed those relationships, Demi didn't actually star in much, with most of her biggest films being released in the 90s. Since her private life has become less of a hot topic, the attention around her has dropped. with any roles that she has received much less significant than the ones before. It looks like now her career has taken a back seat and she's focused on her children. In at number 3, Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire made a name for himself with his massive role in the Spider-Man franchise, opposite Kirsten Dunst, with their upside down kiss being still one of the most iconic kiss scenes of all time. But it seems that since his early 2000s domination, he's been less prevalent in the industry, with his most notable role since then being The Great Gatsby, where he played Nick Carraway, the narrator. But even though he's been less relevant in the acting scene, doesn't mean he isn't talked about at all. As in 2017, the movie Molly's Game chronicled a woman who was running a high-stakes poker game with some of the richest people on Earth. And after the film was released, was when everyone learned that the villain in the movie, Player X, was actually based on a real-life Tobey Maguire that played in the poker games. And he was shaded so much in that movie, it was honestly so crazy. After I watched it and then I learned it was him, I was like, what? Is he actually like a bad guy in real life? Also, side note, it's just such a great movie too if you haven't seen it. And at number 2, Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner was one of the most prominent teenage heartthrobs of the 2010s, with his character's rivalry making him the center of a hot debate. Team Edward versus Team Jacob. I have to admit I was Team Jacob myself, just because I thought he treated Bella better, you know, but that's another story. But it seemed that after the Twilight franchise ended, he wasn't able to book starring roles like he used to. And although he's appeared in some movies, you know, they didn't quite capture the public's attention. It seems that another reason his career hit a snag is that he demands very high pay for his movies, but with the lackluster results, studios are no longer willing to pay the high amounts. It looks like people are still keeping up with him on social media though, so we'll have to wait and see what his next endeavor is. And finally at number 1, Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin is someone whose name will never be forgotten, with Home Alone being the most successful Christmas movie of all time, and the movie being played for weeks on end around Christmas. But as with a lot of child stars, it's incredibly difficult to break the mold. After he filmed the sequel to Home Alone is when it seemed like his career was gonna explode. But after 3 of his films tanked in the box office, it seemed his career was on the down. Only at the age of 14. And since then he's been in and out of the industry, not finding any real success in any of the projects he's worked in. But honestly, I don't think he really cares, because with those Home Alone royalties, I'm sure he never has to work again if he doesn't want to. Alright everyone, that's all for the video today. You know, I don't have any comments because this is my first video for the channel, but leave some comments down below that you want me to see and I might read them out in my next one. Thanks so much for watching if you made it all the way here, and if you want to see more of me, you can check me out on Instagram. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I'll see you in the next one. Some videos on the channel, you know, here and then for now, so if you see me here and there from now on, oh my god. And finally, number 1, Macaulay Culkin, yeah.